Hey, I'm Mike from My Own Productions, and today we are going to cover how to use the 2D motion tracker in Adobe After Effects. So motion tracking is just as it sounds. After Effects is going to take the motion of an object you select from your footage and give it an X and Y data plot. Now this data can be used for having an object seem organically in the shot by moving in the world. So let's go ahead and learn more and go ahead and jump into the tutorial.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to need to do after opening After Effects is bring in our footage. You can do this by hitting Control or Command and I. And this will bring up your footage. Now, I'm also going to be using my logo, which I can get to import as well by right-clicking and then going to Import File, or because I've used it recently, I can go to Import Recent Footage and select it. So the next thing I need to do is take this clip and bring it down to the New Composition button, and it will create a new composition from my footage. So as you can see, the footage is of my drone hovering and then me going from one side to the other. And I have done this so that way we can attach the object and we can see it move with the drone. So go back to the beginning of your clip and go to your tracker. If this is not open, you can open it up by simply going up to Animation and Track Motion. Okay, so now that we have our tracking open up, we can go ahead and take this tracking point and adjust it as we need to. And I'm actually going to use this here, this lens of the camera, to track. So I'll go ahead and make the outside box large, and then this box here, I'm going to make it where it fits the lens of this camera. Because this area has a pretty decent amount of contrast here. The larger you have this box, the more data the track can represent. So after you've made your box, go ahead and click on Analyze Forward and see how it holds the track. Okay, so it starts to slip off a little bit there, which is not anything too bad. Simply just zoom in and find where it starts to fall off. So it seems like right about there, starts to come off a little bit. Move it over and then go ahead and just Analyze Forward again. Okay, so it finished, and as you can see, the tracking box and all the little tracking dots there. And now what we need to do is create our null object. So do that by right-clicking, going to New, Null Object, and that'll bring out a null object to our workflow. Now to attach all these tracking points to that null object, simply click Edit Target to ensure that null object is selected, and click Apply, and then have the X and Y dimensions attached to it, and now our null object is attached to all that tracking data. Now what we can do is grab the object that we imported, and we can now go to Parent and Link and select Null 1, and when we go to do our preview, it's going to move wherever that null object is. And what's nice as well is that, say you want it a different size, all you need to do is just simply change the size of your object. I could put it on top of the drone, hit play. Or what I kind of like is actually having it right here by the props. Okay, so we have a pretty good track and everything. So go ahead and export this by hitting Control or Command M. And this will bring up your render queue, which you can also reach by going up to File, Export, Add to Render Queue. And you will go ahead and click on Output to, and then type in the name of your clip, so 2D Tracker, and click Save. Okay guys, there you have it. A well-tracked shot using the motion tracker in After Effects.
So now motion tracking is a very powerful tool that you now possess. There's also another tool for tracking like this, and it's called Mocha from Imagineer Systems. Now that software takes things to a completely other level for tracking and compositing. If you'd like to see how to really utilize Mocha in After Effects, go ahead, leave a comment below, I'd be interested to see. Also, I have a teaser for a whole new video. That's right, I will be doing a top 5 segment in between tutorials on different post tools. The first one will be my top 5 favorite uses for the plugin Saber from Video Copilot. I have a link in the description for you guys so that way you can go ahead and download it and start playing around with that. Well, that's all for today. If you enjoyed this, please Give it a like and subscribe. Ring that bell if you'd like to see more. Check out the social media links and my Patreon page in the description. Leave a comment with any other post-production tutorials you'd like to see, and I'll see you on the next one.